Hello everyone, welcome to Maths Bridge. We train and learn. Object-oriented programming fundamentals. In today's agenda, we shall see overall summary of OOPS concepts, whatever we studied in previous sessions. Types of programming languages. We have three different types of programming languages: low level, medium level, high level. Low level means a machine code which runs on the hardware platform. Medium level, one level above the low level language, which is assembly language. Finally, we have high level language, which is language like a natural language. Under high level, we have a procedure oriented programming languages, object oriented programming languages. We shall see more in detail about object oriented programming language. Let's look at a procedure oriented programming. In procedure oriented programming, the large programs are divided into a smaller programs known as a functions. Let's look at this, a main program which is of a large program, for instance, that further subdivided into multiple functions. A functions may have inner subfunctions. It emphasizes more on doing things like building an algorithms. The procedure-oriented programming follows a top-down approach. It does not have any access specifier to access the data. Data can move freely from one function to another function. Most of the functions uses a global data for sharing that can be accessed freely from function to function in the system. It does not have a proper way of hiding data, so less secure. Any function can manipulate the data. What is need of object-oriented programming? The need is to make the development and maintenance of projects more effortless, to provide the features of data hiding that is good for security concerns. We can solve real-world problems if we are using object-oriented programming. It ensures code reusability. It lets us write a generic code which will work with large range of data. So we don't have to write basic stuff over and over again. OOPS concepts, object-oriented programming concepts. Object-oriented programming is a programming paradigm or pattern of programming based on concept of objects. The solution to a problem is modeled as a collection of collaborating objects. Objects can contain data and code. Data in the form of field, like an attributes. Code in the form of procedures, methods, functions. A common feature of objects is that methods are attached to data and can access and modify the object's data fields. Object-oriented programming is most suitable for managing large complex problems. In OOPS, we have concepts like objects, classes, data abstraction, encapsulation, inheritance, polymorphism, dynamic binding, message passing. Let's take a look at difference between procedure-oriented versus object-oriented programming languages. The procedure-oriented programming language, in which the program is divided into a small parts called functions. It gives more importance to functions rather than data. It follows top-down approach. It does not have any access specifiers. To add new data or functions to the existing program is not easy in procedure-oriented programming. Most of the functions uses global data for sharing that can be accessed freely from function to function in the system. In a way, this is one of the disadvantages. Let's look at now object-oriented programming. The program is divided into parts called collaborative objects in object-oriented programming. Here, the importance is given to the data rather than procedures or functions because it works as a real world. Hoops follows bottom-up approach. Hoops has a access specifiers called public, private, protected. Hoops provides an easy way to add a new data and functions. In Hoop, data cannot move easily from function to function. It can be kept public or private so we can control the access of data. What do you mean by analysis, design, and programming? In object-oriented world, we have analysis phase, design phase, and programming phase. In analysis, we have to question ourselves, what do we need to do with respect to the system that we are going to design? In the design phase, we have to ask ourselves, what are we going to do to build a system, right? In the programming phase, we build a solution. In object-oriented programming, the few things that we need to remember, primarily, gathering the requirements, describe the functionality of the application, detailed out non-functionality of the application, identify main objects of an application, define interactions among objects, started creating a class diagrams, and so on. Advantage of hoops: modularity, reusability, productivity, scalable, security, and flexibility. Hoops encourages modular design by breaking down a complex system into smaller, self-contained modules and classes. Each class represents a specific entity or functionality, which can be developed, tested, and maintained independently. I'm repeating, which can be developed, tested, and maintained independently. In reusability, code can be reused through inheritance feature. We can avoid code duplication. Write once, use it multiple times. Don't repeat yourself. Makes code easier to maintain, modify, and debug. In productivity, programmer can construct new programs quicker through the use of multiple libraries, reusable code. Isn't it a nice thought to say? Hoops provides structured approach to the code organization, emphasizing encapsulation, modularity, inheritance, polymorphism, abstraction, and loosely coupling. These principles contribute to easier code maintenance and scalability, allowing for efficient updates, extensions, and modifications in the complex systems. In security, data hiding and abstractions are used not to expose a complex implementation. provides only a necessary interfaces. Maintain code security is easier. The another advantage is flexibility. Polymorphism enables a single function to adapt to the class it is placed in. Different objects can also pass through the same interface. There will be no possibility of a code duplication, so troubleshooting in resolving problems seen during the development can be fixed. Hoops can be used in a wide range of applications. For example, real-time system design, image processing, pattern recognition, web-based applications, business process engineering, object-oriented databases, database management systems, data warehouse, data mining, AI and expert systems, neural networks and parallel programming, intelligent systems, distributed computing applications, component-based applications, enterprise secure and management, computer-assisted concurrent engineering, computer-aided design and manufacturing, computer-aided teaching, mobile computing, parallel computing, simulations and modeling, decision support and office automation systems, and many more. In summary, there are few recommendations to take away. Use OOP in moderation, where it helps modularity. Use abstraction, where details need not to be known but do not hide what is important. At top level, imperative programming is often clear. Object-oriented programming is not bound to a specific programming language. It can be used in C++, it can be used in Java. And then there are a few more programming languages which supports OOPs. All the best.
Thanks for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, click on the bell icon and please leave the comment. Happy learning. Thank you. Stay tuned to the upcoming sessions.